guys! So today's video I wanted to bring you like some back to school makeup tips. And at least for me, school was actually where I started experimenting with makeup and learning makeup. And unfortunately, it took me quite a few years to get it right. It took me ages to get it right, but for me, makeup school is where I started, and I guess this video is just maybe to help you guys out and kind of tell you what my makeup mistakes were so that hopefully you don't do them. But I wanted to bring you some of my biggest tips for looking good at school and then things you can do to avoid looking bad at school. But we'll kind of start out with the negative. I'll tell you what I did that I would not recommend. The first piece of makeup I ever bought in my entire life that I can remember was black eyeliner. And it was because a friend of mine was obsessed with black eyeliner. And when I got this black eyeliner, it was Wet n Wild, I got it from Rite Aid, I decided to put this all over my freaky deakin' eyes. And I didn't just put it here in the corners and tastefully wing it out or tastefully do anything. I was just like, and I just colored over my entire eye. And I don't expect you guys to do that, but my biggest tip to you guys is avoid the raccoon. Even if you're doing it on your waterline, do not line all the way down here. The reason why is because when you completely ring your eye out like that, it actually makes your eyes look smaller. Now, if you have naturally big eyes, I have seen people that look gorgeous with completely ringed liner, but if you're like me, if you have smaller eyes, I wouldn't recommend it. And even if you do have larger eyes, for school, completely ringing your eye is probably not the best idea. My biggest tips is that if you're going to use liner, use it to enhance your eyelashes. Only do your upper tight line or wet line. It's that little area that's like the wet line or the tight line. Don't do it all the way down here, just do it on the very, very top. And what that's going to do is make your lashes look even fuller. When you do eyeliner all around, people aren't even looking at your eyes, at how beautiful they are, whatever the color they are. They're not looking at that. They're just looking at all this eyeliner. If you do just a little bit of eyeliner, it'll enhance your eyes, and people will be like, wow, she's got gorgeous eyes, not, wow, she wears a lot of eyeliner, and not even paying attention to your eyes. So that's something I would recommend. That is a mistake I've made for years. My mom hated it, so I would put it on when I went to school and take it off before I got home. She didn't know about it. That was 6th grade. I wish that I would have started makeup in like high school. I'm kind of sad that I did it in middle school, but everyone else was doing it, so that's what I did. I would not recommend doing the raccoon. Please take a step back. Don't do it and just see that try it out. Try it and see that it looks better without if you're already doing it, because I really think that that's a great way to brighten up your eyes if you use just a little bit rather than completely wringing it out. The next thing is avoid blush that's too bright or too uneven. I first started wearing blush in my freshman year, and I would do it with like my scene stir kid hair. I used to be like an emo scene goth, whatever you want to call me, but I used to be like obsessed with bright colors. I would take Wet n Wild with like the brightest, pinkest blush they showed, and I would put it, and I wouldn't even use a blush brush. I would be using the little one that comes in there that's like a square basically, and you can make that look good if you blend it out, but I didn't do that. I took it and I went, yep, right up my face. And it was a huge rectangle right up my face. And then on this side, you know what I did? I went, yep, and I went right across. So now this blush on this side went whoop right up this face in a huge rectangle, and this one went whoop like this across my face. And it did not look good. But I didn't know that. Also, I used to put my makeup on in a bathroom mirror. I would highly recommend finding a mirror, standing in front of a window, and doing your makeup. Reason why is because natural lighting will show you what you look like. If you go into the bathroom where it's all dark and you just have that light, you're gonna look amazing all the time. And that's good, but it also can give you a distorted look of yourself. Maybe you're not looking too good and you think, oh, I look great, because that's what happened with whoop and whoop to me. So do your makeup in front of natural light, in front of a window or something. But my biggest tip is either to avoid blush or to make sure that you blend it out right. And I would also really recommend a blush brush. There are ways you can use the ones that it comes with, but they're usually squares, and then you get the rectangle thing going on like I had. So try to get a good blush brush and really concentrate on either your apples or your cheekbones and blend it out. I have like the pinkest of pink. I don't even wear pinks that much anymore, that bright anymore on my cheeks, even though I'm still obsessed with pink blush. You guys commented about it a lot. You guys know that I wear a really bright pink blush, but imagine that times 20, and then one going zoop and one going zoop. So do your makeup in front of natural light. Please, 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 please try to use a regular brush instead of a square one, and make sure that you blend it out, even if you are going to use the brightest of brights pink. because that really embarrassed me. And there was this girl named Alyssa. I had a couple of classes with her, and for a long time, I didn't know if she was my friend or if she hated my guts. Like, I just couldn't tell. And I always really thought she was cool, but I don't know what she thought about me, but she like made a comment in a different class about this girl that wears blush that sits next to her in history, and only my friend was in the other class, so she told me what had happened. I was like, oh my gosh. And that's when I started working on my blush. So it was kind of mean, I guess. I don't know, maybe not. Alyssa was actually the one who indirectly made me good at doing blush, because then once I heard that she was like not making fun of me but saying that about me, I felt really self-conscious. So then I went home and I fixed it, and then now I feel like I can do blush again. So it's amazing how bad things can actually be blessings in disguise. And I liked Alyssa. I don't know how she feels about me, but I like Alyssa. And if your name's Alyssa, then I like your name because I think it's very pretty. Something else I would definitely recommend is using mascara. Like I said, I used to ring my eyes. I wouldn't even do mascara. Mascara is one of the best ways to brighten up and open up your eyes. It makes you look awake. It makes you look fresh. Use mascara every day. Don't get it all clumpy, but just use a little bit. Even if you don't use eyeliner, even if you're wearing no makeup, do a little bit of mascara. It makes you look amazing. It makes you look wide-eyed and beautiful, and I would recommend it to anyone. And you can put in your backpack so it's not really difficult to carry around. The next thing that I would also recommend is using concealer and maybe trying to ditch the foundation. Now, I know that if you guys have acne, I would have never imagined going without foundation to school. Like, I would have had to. But please, please, just try it. Even try it at home and just kind of give it a try and see what I mean. Because to be completely honest, now that I look back, I wish that I would have done concealer without foundation rather than all the foundation that I put on. The foundation can clog you up a little bit, but also you see those lines and everything. When it comes to concealer, you can find some great full coverage concealers that will conceal everything. People won't even know you have acne or skin problems. Sometimes the concealer doesn't cover everything, but guess what? If you cover most of it, people are going to be looking at you. They're going to be looking at your eyes with that mascara. They're going to be looking at your hair and your outfit. And maybe you have a pimple poking out. They're not going to notice because they're so concentrated on everything else. So please, guys, just try it. It's less cakiness on your face, especially if you're sweating or in PE. Your foundation will sweat off. It won't sweat off like that. It won't clog up your pores as much because a lot of foundations can be comedogenic and pimple causing. Also, it just looks better and people still can't really tell the difference. So please try to get away with just a little bit of concealer, maybe a powder over it, but try not to use that really thick full coverage foundation like I did every day, because it really kind of, it doesn't make all that much difference in how people see you. They still think you're pretty or whatever, but it saves you money, it makes you look better, you're not all caked up. You're saving your skin, just try it out. And I know that for acne that's really, really difficult, but please trust me on this. Try it at home, try it in the store or something, so that when you go to school you don't have to feel like you need to wear a mask. The other thing is, do not forget a primer. Even if you are not wearing foundation, even if you have perfect skin, you should be using a primer. Reason why is because if you have oily skin, you want to control that throughout the day. If you have dry skin, you want to kind of moisten it up throughout the day. A primer will do that for you. And the best thing is that some primers even have SPF in them. So that'll protect you from the sun. So let's say that you want to do your makeup, put on a primer and then put on your concealer. Let's say you have great skin and you don't even need concealer or foundation, just put on your primer. And the great thing about that is that the primer will kind of take care of your skin, and not even like show up, you know what I mean? So even if you don't need makeup, people can't tell that you're wearing it. People can't tell that you're wearing it, but if you're oily, it's stopping the oil. If you're dry, it's giving you that little bit of moisture. And it's also protecting you from the sun if it has SPF in it. So even if you aren't a big makeup wearer, or even if you are, I would always recommend a primer that's formulated for your skin. Get to know your skin type, so that way if you're super oily, primer fixes it. Super dry, a different primer will fix it. So know what works for you and definitely use that every day. But those are just my tips for back to school makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed them and my story about me being a ridiculous blush face. But I love you guys so much. My blush face loves you guys so much. And I really hope that you guys have a great time at back to school. And like I said, practice these things before you go to school so that way you know what looks best on you or how to do it the best. You don't want to try all of this for the first time on the first day, because then it's like, if something goes wrong, you're like, whoa! But practice, practice, practice makes perfect, and nothing's perfect. But you're perfect because I love you. Woo! Perfect is in the eye of the beholder. We should have a video on perfect someday, like how to be perfect, because no one is perfect. That's why it's so funny, because we all have to understand that perfect for us is not perfect for someone else. But this is not going to be a perfect lesson. This is going to be the end of this video, because it's already way too long. But I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all soon. Love you guys. Bye.